A quiet Cheshire street is bathed in police lights at 5 a.m. Police swoop on a mansion, arresting Paul Green, mastermind of Britain's largest drug smuggling gang, valued at £7 billion. The gang brought 50 tons of drugs into the UK, staying one step ahead of the law for years. Today's video is about Green's rise, high-tech tactics, global network, and the catastrophic errors that led to his 32-year prison sentence. Paul Green was born in 1965 in Widnes, Cheshire. Widnes is a chemical manufacturing town, with mostly working-class residents. There is not much information about his life when he was young, but he grew up in a modest area. Green ran hairdressers and a cleaning business in his 20s and 30s, and became a local entrepreneur. These businesses gave him planning and organizational skills that he later used in criminal activity. In his 40s, Green sought greater profits and transitioned from legitimate business to crime. Green started his criminal career with small frauds in the early 2000s. He committed property scams and used fake names like Simon Swift and James Russell to hide financial problems. These crimes linked him to other criminals in northwest England and laid the groundwork for his future drug dealing. In 2015, Green had no criminal record, showing he could keep a low profile. His experience with fraud and ability to blend in helped him run a large drug operation. In August 2015, Green established a cocaine smuggling ring that was active until September 2018. The ring smuggled in 50 tons of cocaine, heroin, cannabis, and amphetamines worth £7 billion, and was the biggest drug conspiracy in the UK. The operation supplied criminal gangs across the UK, from southeast England to Scotland, with drugs. Green's gang acted as a wholesaler, exporting drugs to local gangs for street sales, earning gargantuan profits. Green hid drugs in shipments of onions, garlic, and ginger. The strong smells of these foods made it harder for drug-sniffing dogs at ports like Felixstowe and Harwich to detect the drugs. Since the goods spoiled quickly, inspectors were less likely to check them carefully. Out of 240 shipments, only 6 were stopped before the operation ended, showing that this method worked well. Green chose these foods to take advantage of weaknesses in customs rules, which let drugs enter the UK without being noticed. To help with the smuggling, Green set up fake companies like Blackpool Fruit and Veg. The firms had real-looking documents, like invoices and shipping lists, and rented storage facilities. Some of the companies copied real businesses and used stolen VAT numbers to avoid raising suspicion. Unaware trucking companies moved the shipments, not knowing they were carrying drugs, which kept the risk away from Green. Green's network extended to the Netherlands, where he partnered with Dutch criminals Barbara Reinbout and Johannes Vesters. His trucking business made it easy to move drugs from Europe using busy trade routes. Vesters and Reinbout supplied cocaine, heroin, and other drugs, making sure there was always enough supply. This partnership helped Green grow his business faster than any other drug group in the UK. The operation was organized like a business. Green oversaw strategy and foreign partnerships, assigning tasks to key associates. Sohail Qureshi handled day-to-day logistics, arranging shipments and distribution. Stephen Martin dealt with finances, hiding profits in bank accounts and shell companies. Russell Leonard arranged transportation, ensuring drugs reached warehouses. This organization distanced Green from dangerous activities while enabling him to maintain control of the network. Green focused on keeping his operations secure. He used EncroChat, a secure phone network under the name Duck Farmer, to talk to his associates. The platform shared details about shipments, payments, and partners, keeping the operation hidden. Green operated from a hotel room near his residence in Widnes, using its Wi-Fi to avoid tracking. He often changed phones and SIM cards, showing he understood how the police worked and was serious about staying off their radar. The operation used financial crimes to pay for its activities. Green and accomplice Leslie Quinn hijacked a man's identity to obtain a £262,000 mortgage. They opened bank accounts in the man's name and set up Blackpool Fruit and Veg. moving money around to pay drug debts. This scam showed Green was willing to target innocent people, adding another layer to his crimes beyond drug dealing. Green had a lot of money, but didn't show it off. Within 2 years, he spent £1 million, £26,000 of which went on watches and jewelry. When he was arrested, police took £10,000 cash from his home, a small part of his profits. Green put his money into property and businesses to clean it, avoiding the flashy image of other drug bosses. His neighbors saw him as a successful businessman, unaware of where his money came from. The drug operation was massive. The amount moved weighed as much as 30 cars. Green's group supplied drugs to street gangs and offered delivery services to other crime groups. They made money in 2 ways: by selling drugs and by charging to transport them. This earned billions while keeping Green away from street-level dealing. The operation ran like a real delivery company, but its impact was devastating, causing addiction, overdoses, and gang violence across the UK. Things started to go wrong in 2016. A Dutch lorry driver, suspicious about his load, called the police. They found 8 kilograms of cocaine hidden in onions at Harwich International Port. The National Crime Agency responded with Operation Falcon, working with Dutch police and border force. That bust was a warning, and Green changed tactics, starting new fake companies to keep smuggling. In 2018, a huge mistake exposed the operation's weak points. Members Russell Leonard and another man were told to deliver 57 kilograms of amphetamines from the Netherlands. They left the van unlocked in an Amsterdam car park and went drinking all night. The Dutch police, who were watching them, stopped the van and made arrests. Green's angry reaction was caught on a hidden recording, putting him in serious trouble. The whole thing began to fall apart in 2020 when European police cracked EncroChat. Green's duck farmer messages showed drug plans, money deals, and ties to Rheinbout investors. The hack revealed everything, leading to arrests all over Europe. For Green, it was the final blow. The NCA now had clear proof of his control over the £7 billion plot. Operation Falcon expanded with better tracking. The NCA and Dutch police watched warehouses in Sheffield, Leeds, and the Netherlands, following drug routes. Phone taps caught Green's talks with his team. Seized drugs had labels linking them to different UK gangs, proving how wide the network reached. By late 2018, the NCA had enough proof to take down the group with planned arrests. In 2019, police raids early in the morning targeted Green's operations. The police arrested Green from his residence in Widnes and seized £10,000 in cash. 13 others, such as Sohail Qureshi, Stephen Martin, Leslie Kewen, and Russell Leonard, were arrested in the Netherlands and the UK. Police also found drugs, fake business papers, and financial records, closing warehouses and exposing the fake companies. The raids closed down a 3-year smuggling operation. The court trials at Liverpool Crown Court started in 2021 and became the longest in UK criminal history, lasting 23 months until 2024. COVID-19 delays stretched out the case, which involved 18 people. Prosecutors used EncroChat messages, seized drugs, bank records, and video footage. Green was charged with planning to bring in Class A and B drugs, lying to get money, and cleaning illegal money. The jury took 141 hours to reach a verdict, showing how complex the case was. Green was given 32 years behind bars, one of the longest in the UK for drug dealing. The judge said the damage was massive, with addiction, violence, and social problems spreading because of the operation. Sohail Qureshi was given 21 years, Stephen Martin 28 years, and Russell Leonard 24 years. Dutch partners Barbara Rheinbout and Johannes Vesters were given 18 and 20 years respectively. The 18 guilty verdicts added up to 246 years in prison, a major hit to organised crime. The trials demonstrated the impact of the operation on society. The 50 tons of drugs created a national emergency, causing overdoses, gang wars, and damage in local communities. Crime rates went up in most areas, as did addiction. The £7 billion operation made money like a normal business, but the profits were used to fund more crime. The case demonstrated the far-reaching consequences of drug dealing on families, businesses, and public safety. International collaboration was at the center of Green's downfall. The NCA worked with Dutch police, Border Force, and Europol, sharing information about supply chains and drug routes. The EncroChat hack showed how modern technology can help police, turning a criminal tool into solid evidence. Green's takedown shook the UK's drug trade. His network supplied drugs to numerous gangs, and his dismantling compelled shifting in drug supply. Local drug gangs attempted to replace Green's business, but none were this large. Green's empire was built on trust in real companies, trade networks, and even his partners. His fall showed how that trust could be a weakness. The EncroChat breach, betrayal by people who trusted technology, and a careful truck driver were turning points. These, combined with relentless police work, showed that no criminal group is too big to be taken down. Green's 32-year prison sentence guarantees that he will spend the rest of his life behind bars, bringing an end to his reign as the Big Fella. His nickname, once a point of pride, is now a warning. Taking down the operation stopped a major drug pipeline, but the demand for drugs is still there. It takes more than police work to stop this. We need to deal with the deeper causes like poverty, lack of opportunity, and addiction. Paul Green's legacy is about damage and lessons learned. His £7 billion empire caused a lot of harm, but breaking it apart gives us hope. This case shows that strong police work, global teamwork, and new tech can stop even smart criminals. It also shows that we must keep working to support our communities and stop the next disaster driven by greed. How do we prevent the next huge drug bust? Leave a comment below, subscribe, and share your suggestions for additional crime and justice stories. Your suggestions fuel the conversation on combating organized crime.